questions.
Yeah, thank you. Thought we did what we wanted to accomplish in the spring. We came out healthy, first and foremost. We was able to get a lot of our young players opportunities with reps and situational football, which we really want to work on. Red zone, third down, end of game, end of half. Want to continue building on our depth, and then with our older players, work on technique and fundamentals. I thought the spring game went as planned, kept it simple, let the guys play and have fun. I think we saw that out there. The good part about spring is you get to see guys, at the bright lights in the big stadium. And obviously having fans there was one of the biggest pluses for me. And I know our players and our staff and our whole university of seeing fans and our ASU alumni and fan base back in there cheering and raving about their Sun Devil football.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go with Hoj, Doug, Michael.
Hey, P, when Herm talked earlier today, he just talked about how much more a normal spring practice lets you really settle into your scheme, into what you really want to accomplish. After 15 practices, do you feel that definitely stands true for the defense, especially compared to this time last year?
Yes, obviously in year two, did a great job in year one with Marvin Lewis and myself, and just trying to expand on that into year two. I think the guys did a better job of understanding what we're trying to accomplish in certain calls, in certain situations, what we're looking for, what we're trying to take away, better understanding of the coaches and what they're looking for. So hand in hand, I think it was a very, very big plus for us. Obviously, the biggest plus is that we got all 15 of our spring practices in. We came out healthy, COVID-free, safe and sound.
AP, what did you see from Travis Moore this spring, just coming in as a new guy?
Exactly what we're looking for. Somebody to come off the edge, give us a little bit of juice. Obviously, our biggest need, we felt going into this season in 21 year was a pass rusher and a guy that's dynamic. Travis is obviously bringing a lot of experience coming from the SEC country, played a lot of big-time football against big-time players. He's brought a sense of leadership, accountability, and a certain toughness that we really don't have or don't get too often here on the West Coast. So for us, it's been a pleasant surprise. He's still got a long ways to go. Obviously, we do things a certain way here, and we expect that to be done all the time. But Travis has been a pleasant surprise for us and a great addition to our D-line group.
And Coach, you touched on it a little bit, but you feel the overall the installation of the defense went well. And I didn't ask you this before. I know you're obviously in spring you're calling it down on the field, but in the fall, are you going to stay down on the field calling the defense as well?
Yeah, I answered your last question first. I do plan on being on a sideline, better feel for the game. Chris Claiborne will be upstairs. He'll be our eyes up there, so that I'll work with the linebackers on the sideline, but I will call the game from the sideline. And getting to what we wanted to accomplish in the spring, yes, I think with the install, we got everything that we wanted to get in, all the situational football, all the different scenarios that we had last year that we can learn from and use going forward. That's what we wanted to accomplish. And then more importantly, just keep working on our technique and fundamentals.
Christian, followed by Doug.
Yeah, Coach, you've been on some teams with a lot of talent, obviously won Super Bowls. This team has a lot of returning talent and experience. Now at the end of spring, what do you see? It seems like the team's really on a mission and has the pieces to contend in the Pac-12 this fall.
Yeah, our goal is just to stay focused, brick by brick, not worry about expectations or what the outside noise is telling us of how good we look. Obviously, this is a work in progress. We're not where we want to be. That goal is to keep working on in the spring. These guys I get with Joe Conley, with our strength program and keep getting bigger, stronger, and faster, which we want to do. We're bringing the athletes that look the part. Mentally, we got to keep being sharp in the classroom. But we know what our expectations and our standards are as a defense. That's been set here with Coach Edwards from day one, and it's not going to change.
AP, who are a couple of guys who really helped themselves this spring?
Yeah, you got quite a few. I would say this. I thought our veterans really helped themselves. I think our veterans did a better job of understanding what they need to do to get better. Each one of them came to their coach and asked, hey, what can I do to get better? I'm coming back for a 5th or 6th year. What do I need to work on? I think those guys done an outstanding job of working on that. With some of our younger guys, I think there's been peaks, highs and lows with Stanley Lambert. He shows flashes here and there, needs to be more consistent. Obviously, Eric Gentry, the freshman that we brought in, the big boy out of Philly, 6'6", has done an outstanding job of making his presence known. We still have a work in progress to do there. Tommy Hill's done a pretty good job as well. And kind of a name from the past, we need to get him going, is Cam Phillips. Cam Phillips, the second part of spring, is really taking over a role to put himself in position to get significant playing time and put himself in a position to help us out.
Amir, followed by Christian.
Yeah, Coach, you talked about that outside noise of how good you guys look on paper. What do you think the biggest improvement you guys need to do defensively is going into the season in order to accomplish some of the goals your players talked about today?
Yeah, well, hopefully they kept it short and sweet, but it's situational football. You know, in the games that we've had here is understanding end of half, end of game, 4th and 9, 4th and 13, how to finish. Our biggest thing is about being more mentally tough here. Physically, we know these guys can run, jump, and do everything we asked of them. But how are we when things get tough, when we deal with adversity? That's an ongoing process for us, not only as players, but as coaches, to keep challenging ourselves with situations. And as we do that, we'll be better. And I think the more we give our players that opportunity, the slower the game will be for them. I call it the matrix, where they see things happening before it happens, our anticipation picking up as well. So that will be the process the next 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned having the 5th and 6th year guys coming back, what they personally wanted to work on. But I think of a guy like Chase and the commitment he's made to being a leader. Have you seen guys like him, especially the guys who came back for their 6th year and are trying to get drafted now? How has their mindset changed as far as leadership?
Huge. Chase Lucas is probably my favorite because of his mentality. Last year, he was hurt when he was not named team captain, being a local hometown hero. I'm sure that affected him dearly. He took it upon himself to change that narrative and was named team captain by Coach Edwards and our staff. We feel that that was the appropriate decision for a gentleman who's put in a lot of sweat, blood into this program and dedication, that he's deserving of it, and he's acted accordingly. He's held the guys accountable. He's held coaches accountable. And at the end of the day, the winning teams I've been on, the players are the ones who kind of get the show running. As coaches, we don't need to keep pushing them along. Once they do that within themselves down that locker room, that's when we'll have a winning organization and program here.
Coach, thank you for joining us today, and thanks to all the media for being here, and we will talk to you soon.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.